This is the great thing about stocks and options is that you might not necessarily know too much about NFTs, metaverse and things like that, but you can invest in companies that know about it.
Yep. Attention, coaches, consultants, course creators. If you get paid based off your knowledge, I'm going to tell you something very, very important, okay? What if I could teach you how to make extra 5 to 6 figures every single month using simple Facebook and Instagram ads, all right? Let me tell you about my boy. He got the paid ad playbook. Listen, this paid ad playbook is going to give it to you for free, first off. Marquel Russell, one of the most genuine people I've ever met, he's created over $500 million in client revenue using the paid ad playbook strategy, all right? So listen, go to socialproofgift.com or text proof to 904-447-5274. If you want to get 50 to 100 new client leads every day that actually convert, you need to go to socialproofgift.com or text proof to 904-447-5274. And he's going to give you a bonus video that helps you with a strategy to customize your particular strategy for your particular business. All right? Again, socialproofgift.com, text proof to 904-447-5274. Let's get into the episode. Well, welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, where we find dope people to do dope stuff. We got 3 amazing people, man. 3 amazing brothers.
Yes, sir.
Y'all fresh. First off,
Appreciate that, man.
First off, y'all fresh. And so Neil was telling me I need to get. It's garb, right? Is it what do you call it? I suppose.
So there's a few different names.
Different names.
So you have Agbada, right? Agbada is the one where Agbada, yeah. Where you have basically like you pull it over your shoulder. It's for the men, right? Yeah. Then you have
you put it over your shoulder. What you mean?
There's like imagine having this piece, but there's an overcoat that
so you put it over.
You roll it up.
Yeah, that's like regal. That's like top of the line, But then you have caftan, which is what most of us are wearing right now. Caftan. Yeah, caftan. Yeah. So I got to get you laced. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I got to get you laced up, man.
So you make the apparel?
Yeah. So my designer and my tailor, we kind of combine our services. And so essentially what we have, it's called Omaki Customs. And so what we have is, essentially getting people fitted up. We have Myron that he was recently on your podcast earlier. And we got him laced up as well. So Neo pretty soon as well. So, just trying to get everybody acclimated to this African culture for sure, man.
I don't know. And Neo was telling me, I was like, I don't know if I would look right.
Bro, you're going to kill it, man. Listen.
You're going to look legit.
You're going to kill it.
I do be liking them joints.
You're going to kill it. Especially all white for you.
I can get my own colors and all that?
Whatever
everything,
color,
bro.
Logo can be on
patterns,
whatever
logo, patterns, everything, man.
Different designs. We got you situated.
I got
my festive red on today.
I see you. I see you. All right, man. Well, first off, I need to get into how you all how do y'all know each other?
All right, so you want to
first off, introduce yourselves individually first, and then I want to know how y'all know each other.
Sure thing.
Okay,
ahead,
cool.
Josh.
So I'm Josh Alufa, J Money, J Tessie in the Discord group. So I'm part of Option Snipers. I have several businesses, social media, real estate marketing, serial entrepreneur. But options that's my main baby. That's my boo.
Gotcha.
Oh well, yeah. My name is Deji Adebayo. You can call me Uncle Zoom. That's what everybody calls me. Well, first of all, I'm an options trader. I do this full time.
Pronounce your name again.
Deji.
Yeah,
Deji.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. First of all, I'm an options trader. That's what I do full time. I'm also a wedding photographer. So I've been doing that since college. Yeah, I do a lot of weddings. So I do about 40 weddings a year, different countries, different states. That's on my free time on the weekend. And I'm also into real estate. I invest in like properties, Airbnbs and all that. I do a couple of things, but all over the place.
Gotcha. I wouldn't think you're a photographer. And really, because I know like some of the numbers y'all do. Like, so we're in this digital age where, you don't, not that you don't do anything for the money, but physically, right? Like go trade the time for the dollars. But because you make more money from trading than photography, right?
I mean, photography is like a passion for me. I've been doing it since I was in college. I just love it. Like, I don't have to do it, but it's just fun.
You like it?
Like weddings, you meet different people, different personalities, different cultures, different, I mean, even from that, I connect with more business partners and it's just beautiful. And you get to travel all over the world.
I highlight it because we don't have enough of that. where people like do something because they love it.
Oh,
I was talking to Donnie the other day, and it's like anybody that gets really good at something, it's hard to get them to do it. So you find a graphic designer that's really good, they start charging, premium prices.
Yeah.
They just don't want to do it anymore. They're like, oh, I'm gonna pass it off to my graphic designer. But you don't find people that are good at what they do and they just love to do it.
I love it.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm Wasi Akinko, and so I'm an options trader, obviously, but I'm actually a saxophonist as well.
Really?
Yeah, so kind of along the lines of being a man of many trades. So so I actually perform at weddings and things like that, doing different events and things. I'm also into real estate, stocks, options, all the Turo as well. So yeah.
All right. So tell me about Options Snipers.
Yes,
Tell
Option
me about the
Snipers.
company and what it does.
Yeah, so essentially Option Snipers is a trading platform community where we essentially help people make upwards of 5 figures a month. And so how we started was we essentially had 2 separate communities in a sense. So Josh and myself, we're actually brothers. He's married to my sister. He's my brother-in-law.
Our brother-in-laws. Okay.
Yeah, he's my brother-in-law. Yeah. So we had a little community going on. We were teaching people about how to trade stocks and things like that. And so we were meeting on Zoom, almost every day. I would say every day in the market. Yeah, we were literally meeting every day in the market from 9 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern, right?
Wow.
Literally just trading on Zoom together. We were just building camaraderie.
So y'all get on Zoom. You wasn't teaching it.
Well, here and there we were teaching. It was like real time teaching.
Yep. Gotcha.
So we were doing our own thing, and then then we met with Deji and Wale. Wale is here as well, and so it's a funny story because Wale actually mistakenly called me. Right, guys, when you get a call by mistake, please pick up the phone because that's your destiny calling. Okay,
mistakenly called.
He mistakenly called me. It was a pocket dial. It was a pocket dial, and so we went to college together, right? And so he hit me up. Well, I guess he didn't deliberately hit me up, but we started talking, and we hadn't talked maybe in about 3 or 4 years, right? So he's like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, stocks, options. He's like, yeah, we do stocks and options as well. He said, hey, I know this cool guy named Deji.
Hold on. So Wale was doing stocks and options too.
Yeah.
Is it a Nigerian thing? Y'all like,
it's a making money thing. It's a making money thing. Nigerians love making money. So that, I guess
I never called one of my friends like, yo, you do options too? No, I do it too. Like it's just okay. All right. So keep going.
So he's like, yeah.
And he introduced you to Deji.
To Deji, yeah. So we met, and so Deji was kind of getting us a little bit acclimated on how he trades stocks and options. And so he said, he has a platform as well where he was teaching people. So eventually, I just looked at it like, wait, we're helping a lot of people make a lot of money. Let's band together, right? And create like a super team in a sense, right? And just, get people acclimated to trading options and building generational wealth. So that's essentially how Option Sniper started.
So how much is yesterday's price today's price?
Listen, do you want to go to that story?
I want to go right into it.
Okay. So Wasi told you we were literally trading on Zoom for free, right? Like, because this is what we do every day. We'll have a Zoom room and it'll be like 20 people, 30 people. At some point, it just got to like 400 people joining us on Zoom trading options. And we're like, okay, we got to like turn this into a business. And then we were talking like, what should we charge? We want to help you. We don't want to charge anybody anything. Okay, let's do $75 a month. And then there were people making 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand a month, paying us $75. And my mom always told me that math don't math.
That math ain't math, man.
So, and then, we met Myra, and Myra was like, what do you guys charge? And then we told like $75 a month. His daughter actually laughed us out of the building. Like,
Didi, she laughed us out, bro. It was crazy.
She said, what do you help your students to do? And then we told her some of her results, and she started laughing. And then we were like, so what do you think we should charge? She was like, oh, at least 10 grand. And we were like, what?
Yeah.
10 grand?
At the $79, how many people did y'all have in your program?
We had about paid membership, about 400 or 500 people at that time.
Oh, wow.
That converted to the free. So at that time, before we went paid, we had about 3,000 people active. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. It's good money, but we're having so much more impact And what we found is that the people that pay more actually pay more attention.
That's a fact.
Yes.
And they got results quicker.
Yes.
Funny enough, when we started raising the price, the result rate started increasing. And we
Yeah.
were like, okay, this isn't a coincidence. We need
Wow.
to charge more because they pay more attention.
Yeah.
And as you see, to learn how to trade options is another language.
Sure.
Yep.
So to make them commit to their own goals, we have to charge them for that opportunity.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So y'all, you started charging 10 grand. Is that for?
No, we went to 6. We were like, Didi, we're not there yet.
Y'all was like,
Yeah,
gotcha.
we had like 6 at that
Gotcha.
time. Yeah.
Okay. And how long y'all been doing this together as a unit?
As a unit, a year and 6 months, give or
Really?
take. Yeah, so we're not even that old. I think we started around,
It was started in the pandemic, I think.
like
Yeah.
July.
Around
July,
That's
August
when we started
2020.
charging. But we
Yeah.
were doing it like February of last year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who does like the numbers? Who's most focused on the numbers, the accounting, stuff like that? Out of y'all three.
I mean, we have an accountant, but what do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, so on my team, I'm always like, yo, how many people we got? What, like, how many people we lose? All that. Or
that's me. That's me.
That's you. Okay.
I'm the numbers person.
Got you. So
Yeah.
So let's just say 2021. What was the revenue from Option Snipers
The 2021
This year?
this year?
this year.
I mean, we don't know what year this is.
Let's just say
It's on YouTube.
let's just
Right.
say 7 figures. Let's just leave it
Yeah.
at that.
7 figures.
7
Yeah.
figures. Yes.
We crossed 7 figures, I think, a few months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was October, I think.
And that's from the program, not your own individual
Yeah,
trade.
that's
Yeah, not our own
Yeah.
individual trading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was cool.
Yo, give me some guard, bro. Here's my thing about options. So
Let's
hold
hear
on.
it.
So who would y'all say is most knowledgeable about
That's Deji.
options? Deji? Okay.
Yeah.
So he has a legend. I want him to actually talk about
Oh, no.
what happened,
bro.
because we started off right. We had a lot of members, but there was a specific reason as to why we had so many members so quickly, and so there's a reason for that. Deji
Talk
can
to
kind
me,
of go
yeah.
into it. He
Talk
can go
to
into
us.
I don't like saying the story, but
it. Nah, there's no time to be fake humble here, bro. Go ahead and do it, man. They need
all
to
right.
know.
So when we started trading options, it was market was pumping then, all those things were happening. So we had this play that we made. I think it was it May?
Yeah,
We
man.
made a play. So Amazon every year has this thing called the Amazon Prime Day. And after studying for a couple of years since college, I know around Amazon Prime Day, Amazon goes ballistic. So I told everyone, I said, hey, go get these things. They're like, oh, it's too cheap. It was $300. Yeah.
Yeah,
$300 per
$300,
contract. So each contract costs you $300 to buy. And I told everyone, hey, just load this thing up and just let it go. So we bought like 2 months out or 1 month out, something like that. So when we started, when we bought it, it went down a little bit. I said, guys, it's okay. I know these things. This is what I do. And then over time, in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it just went ballistic. And I think each contract went from like $300 to 30 grand.
What?
Yeah.
yes.
$300, 30 grand. So
Yes.
we had a lot of
30
people who would go from like a $1,000 account to like $100,000 account. And it was crazy.
In weeks.
What?
In
Yeah,
weeks.
in
That's
weeks.
options, bro.
Yes.
Walk me through this. So Amazon is $300 a contract. Explain the contract for me.
All right. So a contract is you having a control of 100 shares of a stock.
100
Of a
shares
stock.
is a contract. Yes.
It's one contract. So think of it this way, right? If I told you as a stock like Apple, it costs $100 right now, and you believe Apple is going to go to 110 in the next 1 month, right? For you to enjoy that, that benefit, you're going to have to spend 100 times 100, which is like 10 grand, for you to make that money.
Yeah.
But if I told you, hey, you don't have to do that. I can give you a control, a promise. You promise to buy Apple at 110, but you pay a premium and insurance. The insurance is the contract you're paying, saying if Apple goes to
Hold
110,
on.
All right.
So let's say it's $100 for Apple.
Yeah,
The contract says that you're going to buy
Apple.
Apple
At 110.
110.
100
Yeah.
shares of
Why
Apple.
am I promising to buy at 110?
So because if you're promising to buy it, then if Apple increases in value, right, your contract, your insurance also builds interest for you.
My insurance builds
Builds interest on you.
Okay, keep
So
going.
if you're saying, if I told you, okay, I'm going to give you 100 shares of Apple at 110, so you know what? I want to see if it's going to get there. I want to still make some money before it gets there.
Mm.
And then you pay me something to saying, hey, I'm going to give you this money as a down payment, right? If Apple gets to 110 a share, I want to buy it. right? So now you pay me when Apple was 100. Now, if Apple gets to 110 before your expiry date, right? What you paid the insurance would have multiplied.
Yeah.
Right?
So the option, you make money on the insurance, not on the actual stock.
So the stock is moving in your direction, which means the insurance also is increasing in value.
Got it.
Right? So before it gets there, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to buy 100 shares of Apple at 110. I want to cash out right now. Then you sell. Now, you're taking the profits of that insurance, you're taking it back with you.
Yep.
With your initial investment.
Take the profit from the insurance, not the actual stock. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, if it's $100, I buy 100 shares for $100, which is $10,000. Yeah. And if it goes to 110, then I make the extra $10 times 100.
Yeah.
So something like that. But now there are other things and options like, the delta, but we won't go into that. That would confuse you right now. But other things that make sure the math goes in plan.
Nobody ever explained that. Like you make the money off of the insurance. You're saying...
Yeah, the premiums. That's what we call premiums. Yeah.
And you're insured. So like, let's just say like an insurance plan says, I'll put $1,000 into my insurance. And if I die before I'm 55 years old, I'll make money because I'm betting against the insurance pretty much. Or it's insuring me up until that mark. But what happens in regular insurance, if you go past that, 55 years old, then you don't get any money.
Yeah.
But in this insurance, if you go past that mark, you make more money?
You make more money.
And think of it as this, right? It's like a termed insurance. Think of it as your contract has an expiry date.
Yes.
So you're betting that Apple is going to get to my price before this day.
Before this day,
If it gets there before that day and goes past it, you keep making more money of it, right? If it goes up from where you are, you still make some money of it. It doesn't have to get there. So you can cash out before it gets there. You're like, you know what? I don't want to wait till it gets to 110. I think I'm good with this. I'm just going to cash out right now.
Yeah. Because the premium increases exponentially more than the actual stock does.
The insurance
increases exponentially more than the stock does.
So the stock is only going up like $10, but insurance
can go up like $100.
Really?
Yeah, it's multiplying.
So how do you calculate that? Is there a way to calculate it?
It's always calculated, but I won't blow your mind right now because there's a lot of calculation that goes to it. So you have like the implied volatility, you have the delta, you have the gamma, there's a lot of things. So if we have to go into that, that's a whole class. But
I need the class though.
No, but for real though, you don't have to worry about that. What you have to worry about is your indicators, the strategy of how to get the move to happen. Once you know that, don't worry about the math. The math is going to fall into place for you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So how many contracts did everybody get Amazon?
Yeah. Everybody got Amazon. Yeah.
How many contracts you get?
I had 5. I was like, I'm chill.
5 contracts.
5 contracts at $300. So that's $1,500.
How many did you have?
30,000.
Am I allowed to say that?
Bro, say it, man. We're here.
I need to know.
We are here.
Well, let's say I had over 10.
Yeah, over 10 contracts, which is, if each contract is 100, that's over 10,000 shares.
So before then, I was taking profit. So what I do is I buy like 10, 50 contracts, depends on how much it is, right? As the premium goes up, as everything goes up, I take profit.
But you only spent 3,000.
Yeah, I only spent 3,000. Yeah. But I made a lot of money off that. I won't say that no matter what you say. I won't say that. I would say that. But really, I kicked in on that. And it got so good that people were making so much money, they kept sending me cash outs and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw folks making 100K on that, and they were like, you know what? I can give you 10K. I can give you 5K. Just
you
as a gift.
Money,
just off the gratitude.
It's okay, but then I gave it out though. I gave it out to people who needed to start an account, who need an.
I didn't get any money.
I didn't get any money.
Listen, our money is good money, okay?
How many contracts you get?
I had 5.
Do you want to launch your podcast? Now is the year to launch your podcast. Do you know if the world shuts down again, I'll make another $1 million because people are at home watching my podcast. They should watch your podcast too, but you just don't know what to do. You don't know what to do to launch your podcast. You have a gift, you have a voice, you have a perspective, you have a network, you have something that the world needs, but for some reason you haven't launched your podcast because you don't know what to do. You don't know what type of camera this is. You don't know what type of mic that is. You don't know what type of mixing board that is. You don't know the chords that you need. You just don't know. And over 5 days, I'm going to teach you. I just need an hour a day of your time over 5 days. and I'm going to teach you how to launch your podcast. I recommend you get VIP, but you can do general admission as well. I recommend VIP because you get like an extra 45 minutes of my time, Q&A and all that kind of stuff. It's more personal. I recommend get VIP, but you can do general admission as well. But now's the time to launch your podcast, and I'm going to teach you how to do it over 5 days. LaunchYourPodcastChallenge.com. Click the link below. Let's go.
Yeah,
Why y'all playing so small, man? Y'all got the goat right here.
So here's a problem. Here's a problem. Well, it's not necessarily a problem, but we bought in at 300.
Yeah.
Some of us didn't actually hold it long enough to get to that 3,000 to 30,000. So it'll probably
fit your 400. You're like, oh, I'm taking my money.
Yeah.
You're sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, that was all the time though. That was all the time. No, I held about. I think I held like 3 to the hand.
To the end. Yeah.
I held 3 to the end. Yeah.
Bro,
It's
I think
amazing.
I cashed out when it got to like 13. That was the highest I saw for 313,000. I was like, okay, 13,000. That's not a bad
That was halfway. You got halfway.
So I took my profits at that. Like I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not chancing. Like I'm going to take my profits.
Now
that's how options work.
What was crazy was we were on Zoom while all this was happening.
This
is actually recorded.
He was crying.
I was crying. We had
recording.
My cousin was crying. Like
crazy.
Because a lot of people they're not able to see that amount of money being made. One, as you're sitting down in your own home, right? The AC's blowing, maybe the heat or whatever, right? And two, people had specific savings goals, for the year. Imagine making your savings goal for the year in one day, right? So that changes your perspective of how money even moves. And that's what we're actually trying to teach the masses is that, listen, there's a different way that money is being multiplied that, currently a lot of people are using their time to do that. But what we want to teach people how to do is to multiply their money using other investment strategies, such as the stock market, right? Using options trading and things like that, right?
Oh my God.
So it's mind blowing, man.
Options are crazy.
Now I'm a little more intrigued than what you said earlier. You said PayPal.
Yeah.
Right?
PayPal,
Yes.
I'll tell you about PayPal. PayPal was $310 at the high. Right now it's sitting at $183, almost 50% discount.
Did you buy some contracts?
I'm buying 2 years out, January 2023. By the way, this is not financial advice. Other
Did you buy some contracts?
Yeah, I bought some contracts. PayPal 2023
Did you buy some contracts?
Oh yeah, I bought shares and contracts.
I have shares too. We've been buying shares and contract. I've been
I bought 180.
loading PayPal.
Yeah, 180. That's what.
Yeah.
I've been loading PayPal.
It's a great company to invest in right now because
It's crazy.
it's
I
like
don't know when they're
discount.
watching this, but it might be over by then. But I
That's crazy.
Yeah, I got contracts. Yeah, I got
How many
contracts.
contracts you got?
I have 3 right now, but I'm looking. I'm looking to.
I'm loading.
Yeah.
This is not a game. PayPal has a partnership with Amazon and Walmart coming out in 2022.
Yeah.
It's not playable.
PayPal
I have an account.
2023 January contract, 250 call. That's what I'm buying.
Yeah.
250. Okay, so
250 call. Yeah.
let's say it's at one. What is it right now?
180.
183 is the price of the stock.
Let's say it's 133 now.
Yeah.
And let's say it gets to the 250 over 2 years.
It doesn't even have to get to 250. That's
Doesn't have to
big.
get it.
As it's
But
going,
let's
assume it does. Yeah.
goes
Let's assume it
250.
does.
Let's
Yeah.
go to 250.
Yeah.
How much would you make off of 20 contracts? A roundabout.
That's
Bro. So if each contract goes from around $10 to about 40 or 50,
Where do we get $10 from?
So
that's how much I'm buying the contract. The premium, the down payment.
$10 in options is like
it's like $1,000.
Yeah.
It's $1,000 per contract. So I'm putting up 20,000.
Mhm.
Okay. And then each contract is going to go to 50. So 20 times 50,000 is what? I can't even do the math.
So like
And that's
So
conservative.
you're saying 50 is representing 250.
No, 50. So with contract premiums, it's times 100. So if I say I buy something for $50, that means that it's actually 5,000 or something like that.
Okay.
So times you just multiply it by 100.
Yeah, okay.
So if I say it goes from 1,000 to 5,000, 20,000 will go to 100 grand, and that's on the conservative end. If it actually goes to 250, it could go 10x.
So if you put in 10, it'll go to 50.
If you put in 10 grand, you get 50 conservatively. But usually on plays like that, 10 grand will go to 100. I have 20 grand in it. That's 200 bags.
All right, show me how to do that, bro. Because I have
what
what's
platform
my
do you
option
have?
in this account?
Which brokerage
I got
account do
two.
you have?
What
So
brokerage?
I have somebody in TradeStation.
Okay.
Okay, I have TradeStation.
You have TradeStation?
Yeah.
And I have
we have TD.
E-Trade.
E-Trade.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm talking to, this is what happened. So I'll be so inconsistent. So I'm talking to Terry, and she's like, all right, I'm going to teach you. And she's like, all right, well, I think she said, like, put 10,000 in an account. I'm like, all right, cool. So I put 10,000.
Yeah.
But then I ain't follow up with her because I just be doing so much.
Right.
And then Wall Street Trapper said the same thing. He's like, yo, he's either 10 and 20. One of them, I got 10 and 1 and 20 in another. But Trap was like, yo, put, X amount of dollars in E-Trade. I'm like, all right, well, but I ain't never followed back up with him. So what I'm going to do is I'm about to give you my account. Okay, tell me how much I got in here because I did one trade and I don't think it worked out well. Yeah, so I got money in. Hold on, let me use my face. Hold on. Because I'm doing this right now, y'all. So,
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Action.
Oh, I love
sure.
The best time to make money is now.
Yep. Right now.
It's now o'clock.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Right, cool. Can you see how much I got in TradeStation?
Yeah.
You see like what I got? And whatever I got, just throw it in PayPal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, so this is a good amount to start. So we're going to scale in. I'm going to start getting
how much I got in my account so far?
You got about 10 in this
10?
one. Yep.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to put PayPal, type in the ticker. So that's PayPal. I'm going to hit trade.
Yep.
What's options? Yeah.
Okay, so this is
the same option you did, bro. Like the same joint. So when I see you go crazy on social media, I'm like, yo, I'm up. And I had forgot about this. So this is exciting. All right, cool.
2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, so January 2023 up top, 250 call.
Yeah.
You see, it's $10.30 right now. So it's $1,000 per share.
Per contract.
Per contract. So I'm going to hit trade.
However much.
Okay.
How much I got in there?
You got about 10 grand. So let's start with 2. Scale in. If it dips lower, buy more. Because this is, mind you, this is 2 years.
I don't know if I know how to do it. I don't know how to.
No, we're going
to do a video.
So we got 2 contracts.
I have 3 right now. So I'm scaling in as well.
I'm scaling in.
eventually going to buy about.
Down,
if it goes down,
if it goes down, just buy more.
Remember I told you PayPal was 183 this morning? What is it now?
185.
185. It's already moving.
So the premium has gone up a little bit.
The premium has already went up. Bro.
So put me in a group chat.
We got you. We got you.
Let's get this group chat going because when it goes down, like y'all be like, Dave, it goes down. Is there like a notification you can put on there?
Yeah,
like,
you
got to enable your account for options. You didn't enable your account for options.
I don't have options?
No, bro. You got to enable it. You got to mess up and enable it. Do it quick, bro. Yeah, you have to message TradeStation.
We're going to get you situated.
Let me screenshot this contract for you so you know how to buy it. Matter of fact, you can FaceTime me anytime, bro. I got you. You can't buy right now. FaceTime me as soon as you get options.
Yeah.
I'm planning to have like 50 contracts in PayPal by the time it's
really? Because you think it's going to go down even more?
I believe in it that much. Like, bro. PayPal,
you think it's going to go down even more?
So
you think?
I don't think it's going to go past 175.
They're having like a rebalancing right now.
Right.
So PayPal, SQ, they're all dumping right now. But PayPal has, they're estimated to have like 30 billion
in profits
next year. That's bigger than SQ. That's double the ones for SQ. So
and it's PayPal.
SQ is cash out.
So, well, let me ask you, why? It is an interesting question.
Yeah.
Why did it go from 300 something to 180?
Because the market is not rational.
And also, so we have something going on right now, as you know, the COVID, Omicron stuff going on. So the whole market dumps, really, right? And then that whole sector is having a rebalancing right now. So rebalancing, what happens at rebalancing is, money being taken from somewhere and put back in somewhere else, because all these hedge fund managers have to rebalance their portfolio. So whenever they take money out of something they're selling, it's not because they don't believe in it, but because they have to, maintain some quotas. Also, we are end of the year. People taking profits for taxes and all this stuff. You saw Elon saying he's selling like 11 billion.
11 billion in taxes. Elon Musk.
To pay taxes.
So he's selling 11 billion. So
yeah, I saw that.
You saw Tesla go from like 1,002 to like 900 or something right there. That's like $200 like off the price of Tesla.
Yeah.
Right? So,
and that's why you say the market isn't rational, it's all emotional.
It's emotional.
When things happen, people either buy or sell. And
it's based on fear and greed. Exactly. So there's this theory out there. It's called the market. I don't want to go into it pretty much.
I'll go into it.
Okay,
I think we should.
So there's 2 theories out there, right? One theory by economists that the market is always rational. So everything about the economy is always priced into the share of the actual stock itself. So the market is,
say it again.
Everything about the economy and the stock is already priced into the stock.
Okay.
So they're trying to say the market is rational. The second theory is the market is irrational. People buy and sell based on feeling. And the way you can tell which one is right, look at the 52-week low and the 52-week high. And in a year, there's no way the company is not growing or decreasing by 50% in a year. But if you look at PayPal right now, the high was 310, the low was 174.
Based on maybe news and events.
Based on news and events. But over the long term, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, PayPal is going to get to a rational price. It's going to get back to 250, 300, or even surpass that. So now the stock is at a discount. Buy the shares, yes, but buy the options too. Because remember, the premium multiplies much more faster than the actual stock does.
Yes.
So you can actually hold it in 3 months and make 200, 300, 400% on your money just by holding the options contract. And it's safer because you have a 2-year out contract versus just buying 1 month.
Yep. Got it. So, okay, that makes sense. Where you're saying both philosophies are right just based on what time frame you're talking about. Short term, it's irrational because it's moving from event to event, news to news, tweet by tweet.
Yes.
But it's rational in the sense that it will always correct itself.
It will always correct itself. It will always
That's
correct
a perfect way to put it.
So when it dumps and we're getting a 50% discount, everybody's selling, this is time to buy. Like the last couple of weeks, I've been looking for different things to buy. PayPal is my number one. And we're looking at SQ as well. Affirm dropped from like 170. Square.
SQ is Cash App.
They changed their name to Block. Cash App.
Yes.
Now they're also going into crypto now as well.
Yeah, crypto's a big one. So
Are they down right now?
Oh, yeah, they're down bad.
Heavy. The whole sector's out. They're down like 100. What are they down? 145, 155.
Yeah, it's 140.
It's down because people are afraid of like the health stuff.
Yep. That's part of it. Okay, for example, PayPal was supposed to buy Pinterest. I don't know whether you know that. The deal didn't go through. So PayPal started dumping because
investors pulled out.
I'm like, but PayPal is still a strong company just because that piece of news. And the reason you have to understand is that you have to understand that the hedge fund managers are being run by people who go to Princeton, they're top 1% of their class. And the way they become hedge fund managers, they started analysts. They work their way up by being right every quarter. So their job is quarter by quarter. They have to post profits quarter by quarter. I, as an individual investor, I can wait 1 year. I can wait 2 years. They can't, okay? Because if they mess up, they get fired. And their numbers are being compared to everybody's numbers across the board, right? So they're moving money out of PayPal, not because they don't believe in it, but by the end of the quarter, December 31st, they have to post their numbers. How did you do this quarter? Were you up 1%? Were you up 2%? Were you down 5%? So because of that, they have to take their money out of anything that's volatile, even in the short term, because they have to protect their profits or they'll lose their job.
Even if it's okay, I get what you're saying. They don't really have time to.
They don't have the time.
You have to have up and down and up and down.
Yeah. They don't have the
Eventually, it will go up.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you're a strong company.
Yeah.
But they have to move according to, I guess, other people's emotions.
Exactly.
Investors' emotions. Okay, the board. Okay, got you.
Yep.
Wasi, what is your strength? What is your strength?
So my strength is, it depends on the seasons. I usually am better at doing scalp trading, right? Scalp trading. So that's making money in literally minutes.
day trading.
So it's day. So we have day trading and scalping.
Money in minutes.
Yeah.
Gotta be real.
So I'll tell you this. So I'll tell you a story. So one of my biggest days, well, actually my biggest day, I made $100,000 in the market in a day. In a day, right? This was July 2020, right? So what ends up happening is we bought into Amazon at the time, right? I bought some Amazon contracts, some Tesla contracts, some Netflix contracts. I think Google as well.
Netflix was good.
But Netflix was really good in 2020. So so what ended up happening was I got into the trade, right? And pretty much like right around the time of like when the market opened, right? And then literally in minutes, the stock started just exploding, right? Like a 10% gain, 15% gain in the stock itself and across like Amazon, Tesla, and Netflix, right? Now, I put in about $20,000 into the Amazon play, right? Now, what ended up happening was Amazon went from, I think, about 3,100. I think it gained about 100 points in a day to 3,200, right? And my contracts ended up going from 20K to, I think, almost about 100,000, right? On Amazon alone. Sorry, no, 80,000 on Amazon alone. The other plays that I had were giving me like 10, 20,000. And so that's how I ended up making 100,000 in a day. So that's my strength. I like momentum trading. What that means is essentially you're watching the market and looking for specific trends, right, in the market. So you might have a pre-market plan of saying, hey, what's the current news out there? What's the market sentiment on a specific stock? And, is it up or down, right? So, I would then decide to either buy calls or puts really close to open. And then I would end up selling literally minutes later, right? Gotcha. So then there's another one of my strategies, which is called earnings plays, right? This is one of my favorite ones. So there's an earnings report, right? Earnings play, yeah.
Earning play.
So essentially, a company would announce their earnings report of their specific their revenue and their quota for that specific quarter, right? And so essentially, what ends up happening is depending on the market sentiment of what the investors believe that company is supposed to do for that quarter, then the stock would either rise 10% or fall 10%, right? So if you were to decide to buy a contract or many contracts of a specific company right before they announce their earnings, then your contracts actually go like 1,000% in a day. Like you would literally make an 1,000% gain in a day.
If you call it right.
If you call it right. If you call it right. However, with options trading, you can only lose the amount you put in. This is one of my favorite strategies because you can actually use, $200, $400, for instance. When Zoom first reported their earnings, right? This was back in 2020. When Zoom did theirs, they had contracts of $400, right? But obviously because of the pandemic and things like that, Zoom was like a really popping company at the time. Yeah. So all the investors loved Zoom at that point in time, right? So when Zoom came out and reported their earnings, like they beat it like by a wide margin.
The stock doubled that day.
So you can literally take $400 from that earnings report, right? And literally the next day have about $4,000, $5,000 from that $400 contract.
Yeah, we played it.
Yeah, we played it.
So
it went from 275 to 4.
I got
Bring your mic a little closer too, Deji.
Oh yeah, we actually played
You
it.
could actually move the mic closer so you're
okay.
There you go.
We got it at 150. I bought mine at $150 per contract.
I got 275.
Yeah, Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it went to
How many you get, Deji?
So
how many, yo?
So for earnings play, you have to be careful because you can't just go like all head in.
Yeah.
And because sometimes it can go your way, but you still lose. Because something is this, right? There's something called a market maker number.
Yeah.
Right? The market makers are expecting this
Market
stock.
what?
Market maker number.
Yeah.
Market maker numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're expecting a particular stock to move at earnings at a particular price. So on Thinkorswim or like some platforms, they write MMM, which is market maker move. They will say plus 10, plus or minus 10. So they're saying if this move plus or minus 10, the IV, which is the implied volatility, which is what multiplies your contracts,
right,
is gonna go crazy and you can make more money. Now, if you're wrong, or let's say you're right, the right direction, but it doesn't make that market maker number and you're out of the money, you might lose or you might not get the same gain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you have to be right. That's one thing. And then you have to get the number that the market makers expect.
Yeah.
But then you're playing with little money.
Yeah.
So I bought 10 of those. That's like 1,500 and each went to like $4,000. So that was easy money for me. Right. But if I knew it was going to go, if I was so cocky, I would have put like 20K to that. That would have been easy money. But then it could go wrong or it could go my way and still not make the money.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful when you're playing earnings.
Yeah, earnings is you have to be very careful. There was one recently for Peloton.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Peloton was a company that investors really loved during the pandemic. Yeah. However, what we ended up seeing was that the company itself ended up like cutting their prices of their bikes like in half. For instance, I bought the Peloton bike back in July 2020 for about $2,000. That same bike is worth, I think, about $1,000, maybe even a little bit less than that. Yeah, because they needed to still make money. Nobody was buying Peloton bikes.
Everyone's going out. So.
Yeah,
everybody's going out now.
So what ended up happening was, and the gyms are opening back up.
I really like this conversation because it gets you thinking about the world,
real world
economy
problems. Yeah,
like when you for right now, I saw something happen with Peloton.
Yeah.
It was like a TV show or something like that.
Yeah.
He had.
What happened?
Yeah. So there was a TV. Oh, you want to talk about? So there was a TV show that essentially had the Peloton bike in the show, and essentially I think somebody
died.
Somebody died on the show or something because
on the show.
Yeah, on the show.
On the bike, basically, like
on the bike. Yeah.
So that's
bad news
people
for
are emotional.
Yeah.
So what do you think the stock did?
Hold on.
People are emotional. Trust me.
They're saying he died on the bike.
So the bike was the cause of the death. So people
why was the bike the cause of his death?
So it was a TV show.
I mean, it was just
people die.
He didn't. actually died.
No. He didn't die. It was the TV show. Yeah.
No.
So in the script, it's saying like, he's on the bike and he dies on the bike. And that affected
the price of the stock.
Yes.
That's why I said the market is not rational.
Yeah.
The market is
But then you have to
irrational.
understand
Can they sue the TV show?
No, I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
I mean, media protection is.
I think they tried to spin it like they did. I think they created Peloton. I think they created an ad to try to spin the whole idea of like what ended up happening.
For a Peloton to be on a TV show, that means Peloton's getting some royalties of them.
Yeah.
So, and then something else is this. You have to understand that I don't think it happened because of that alone. I think someone was trying to unload and just found an excuse to unload, really. Sometimes what they tell you is going on is not what is going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, for example,
controllers, bro.
let's talk about December 2019, right? Before the pandemic, that's 2019. The highest number of CEOs were quitting their jobs. Yeah. And everybody was like, what's going on? Why are the CEOs quitting? Not knowing that the pandemic was coming. Warren Buffett said, I'm going on cash. Yeah. CEOs are saying, we're leaving. That's because something is coming for the market. If the CEOs were still there, they're going to blame them. Why is the company performing bad? And guess what happened? 2 months later,
March.
COVID hit.
Yeah.
Stocks went to lows. Stocks were down like 80%.
And CEOs are starting to resign again. Jack Dorsey just
Exactly. And there's something that's happening right now. Yeah, they're selling.
Something's happening.
CEOs are selling their stock. Yeah.
We're
CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, he started selling his shares. You have Elon Musk, obviously.
Tim Cook.
You have Tim Cook from Apple.
DC sold like 7.5.
Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey just left Twitter, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
He's focusing on SQ right now. The Omicron stuff is crazy.
Is the market down right now?
The whole December has been dumping.
Down.
It's been dumping all of December.
It's been dumping for a month now.
We've been dumping for about a month.
What if I told you for $1, I will introduce you to hundreds of entrepreneurs every single morning this week? From all across the country, you'll be able to talk to hundreds of entrepreneurs, and I'll coach you. I'll coach you for $1 this whole week, and I'll introduce you to some of my successful friends for $1 this week. Would you take part in that? Well, go to themorningmeetup.com because that's exactly what we're doing here, okay? The only organization that gathers entrepreneurs every single day for the betterment of entrepreneurship, okay? Every single day, Monday through Friday, we gather, we're growing, we're learning. We got a book club. Have you ever seen hundreds of entrepreneurs reading the same book? Every single chapter, every single day, we're growing together, okay? You need the environment to grow in. Themorningmeetup.com, $1. I'm gonna give you all of this for $1. If you wanna stay, great. It's $79 a month after that. If not, no obligation. You can leave whenever you want. All right? themorningmeetup.com. I'll see you in the morning. And y'all been selling stuff too?
No, we've been making money.
Yeah, we're making money. Yeah.
On the put.
On the put.
Yes.
Just let me educate my audience real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
A call is you're betting that the stock goes up, and a put is that you're betting that the stock goes down.
Yep.
Yes.
And if you see all this stuff happening, it's almost like a safe bet. Is it like as soon as you see Jack Dorsey say, hey, I'm quitting, you buy it? You buy the put?
So you can buy it for different contracts, right? So for example, our technical analysis said, okay, the market is now in a downtrend. Okay, we reached all-time highs. Okay, we try to test it, we reject it. So we say the market is a downtrend followed by news. Just get a contract a month out. You don't have to buy for next day and just hold. Literally just hold it. That's all you have to do. Just hold your contract. As the market goes down, your contracts start multiplying incrementally. It just starts going crazy.
How long after news hits? How long after news hits does it severely affect the stock?
Oh, sometimes immediately. I think
sometimes even before.
Even before the news. Sometimes even before the news hit, the market would drop.
Sometimes like, that's the result of like insider trading.
Omicron news. Well, Omicron.
Can you get that door for me, bro?
When Omicron news hit, literally that day, the market just started dying. Like in real time, we were trading, and then we just start seeing the market die. So we're connected to all these news outlets. And then somebody puts in our group, hey, Omicron variant found in South Africa. You know what? Guess what we did? We hopped into puts. Yep. We rode the momentum down right there and then.
Yeah, I'm down.
The stocks are down, bro. Nobody who has a stock portfolio is smiling right now because a lot of big companies took huge hits in the month of December. But this is also an opportunity, though, to start scaling into long-term calls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because going down because of news, and then what you're saying is it's going to go up.
It's going to go up.
It's going to recover.
Just get time on it, 2 years.
Because the market is rational.
Because the market will rationalize itself back to where it needs to be.
Yeah, it's going to rebalance.
So when people zig, I zag. Everybody's selling right now. I'm looking for buying opportunities.
Yeah.
So buy low, sell what?
high.
So the idea is, what they say about the stock market is it's a transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient. That's the idea of it.
Yeah.
Right? The people that are impatient, they're not making money because they're looking for, potential quick money. The patient people understand the trends of the market. If you look at the market over the past, 200 years or so, you're going to see there's dips in the market, really large dips, right? You have 2008 also, that was, a pretty bad time in the market, right? Where people are selling their stock. However, it ends up coming right back up, right? So for instance, Apple in 1992 was 50 cents. The stock itself was Apple in 1992 was worth 50 cents.
50 cents, wow.
50 cents, right? And it went upwards as much as like 185, right? So, it's really about like managing your emotions in the short term and looking at the larger picture in the for the long term.
Yeah, I did with crypto, like I experienced it. Like you have these kind of ups and downs with crypto, and it's down. I delete the app, bro.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it every day. Yeah. I'm getting emotional. I'm like, I'm watching my money fall down the drain. But people like, just be patient. It's coming back. Buy some more. And I'm like, buy some more. Why would you buy something more? If something's falling.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to understand it. But my understanding is just delete the app.
Delete the app. Seriously, if you're a long-term investor, delete the app. This is why I love options, right? I love options because of the ability and capacity for cash flow.
Yes.
So I told you I'm buying the long-term PayPal options. Those are my long-term, but I'm just going to let those sit. But in the short term, when market is dying, I'm getting puts. So I'm making short-term cash, making 5 figures a month on that. And I have my long-term plays working. So what I do, I create this ecosystem of wealth. And I'm going to share with you guys what I share with my community. As you're making profits with options, put it into long-term plays, stocks, take some profits, put into Airbnbs, take some profit, put into ATMs, and literally create an ecosystem of wealth all from options trading. So you have your cash flow element, and then you have your long-term element, and then you can start selling insurance on the other side. That's complicated. You can be making 2 to 5% interest where you're getting paid the interest just for owning the shares itself.
Yeah, it's a little complicated. I get what you're saying in terms of the first part.
Yeah.
You take some of the... You know what? This is my problem too. I don't really understand the take profits because it seems like if I'm taking some profits, it takes away from the amount of money that I'm going to make.
But it depends on your strategy. For my long terms, I let those sit. For my short terms, I know I'm trying to get anywhere from 10 to 30 to 50% of my money in a couple of days, or sometimes in a couple of minutes, sometimes in an hour. So if I put in $1,000 and I make $250 for that day, if you make $250, if you make about $400 a day for 23 days, a trading month, that's $10,000 a month. Making $400 a day is not that difficult
at all.
It's not difficult at all. So if you're making $10,000 a month, most people can live off $10,000 a month. Like everyday American live off $10,000 a month. If you're making $10,000 a month, you invest that into real estate. You're literally building wealth for yourself from just your options trading. And that's what I want people to realize. Like options is a tool you can use to start multiplying your money because the leverage in options allows you to do things that just buying and holding the shares not going to let you to do. So trade options for cash flow, do long-term investing, sell your options in stocks, sell contracts on them to get insurance and premiums. You can even reduce your cost basis on that stock. You know what cost basis is?
No.
Oh, this is ninja. So I have a friend, right? He's an old guy. He's like 55, 60. He buys Dell. He loves Dell and Intel. So he buys the shares. Old people, Intel and Dell is like their Apple, okay? That's like their Apple for old people.
IBM's over there.
IBM's, that's their Dell, okay? So he has like Intel. He has hundreds of shares. He has about 1,500 shares of Intel, right? So he has all these shares. So he's selling covered calls on them. What that means is that...
Covered calls.
Correct. Okay. So let's say Intel's at $100 right now, okay? And you're saying that as long as Intel doesn't go to $80, somebody's going to pay you a premium. You know how we're buying contracts? When you buy that contract, somebody's selling that contract to you. You know that, right? So if you own 100 shares of Intel, you can sell options contract and get a premium. That premium you keep no matter what. So let's say Intel's $100. You sell one contract, you get $5 back, okay, per share. So before you own Intel and $100 per share, now you own Intel at $95 a share.
I see.
And you just keep doing that over and over and over. And over several years, your cost basis in Intel will be zero. So
that's where your man is.
That's where he is. Zero cost basis. Selling covered calls on Intel and IBM and literally holding the shares. So he has shares for free. that's infinite return. Because over time, he was making the premium back on that. Dang. That's another ninja level, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of win-win scenarios with the stock market and options trading.
And that's like basics. We didn't even go into stagger calls, butterflies, like
iron
condors, double iron condors. Like there's many strategies, but
I just got nervous. Let's get back to
let's not go too deep, man. Let's not go too deep.
Yo, so what's in your crystal ball, AG? I need to know because that Amazon thing really impressed me.
So one of the things in my crystal ball is basically, PayPal. We already talked about that. So are you asking like my strategy?
Yeah, like some predictions. What are some predictions you see for all of 2022?
Okay. So in 2022, definitely start looking into metaverse.
Yes.
You've been hearing things about the metaverse.
I don't even know what that is, bro. I understand Facebook changed their name. And that's
Yeah.
So I'm just going to make it simple for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about too much about it. Think about a virtual world.
A virtual world, like
so
Sims.
Exactly. So think about this reality right now. You're limited by the walls, the floor, everything. But in the virtual world, there's no limitation. You have space, right? You can host this podcast in the virtual world where everybody's going to be in a different part of the world, and you can have this whole room transferred into the virtual world.
Okay.
Right? Now, think about, the whole COVID thing just accelerated what just happened with virtual world because everyone is working from home now. Right? So for the metaverse, you start looking at companies who are investing heavily. What are the things that people can do with to go into the metaverse?
Yeah.
Things like chips. Like, so chip makers like
AMD,
Nvidia, those are never going out of the market because those things cannot exist without these guys.
Yeah.
Now, start looking at the leaders. Who are the guys that are going to benefit from this? Right? People like Apple. Apple is rumored to bring out their own virtual assets in 2022, right? I told everyone to buy Apple. Was it 160 call?
Like
February. Three.
I want to see what I got.
So I told them to buy Apple 160 call. I think 3 weeks ago. It was how much? About $4. It went to $2,000 right now. And I said, guys, you can just roll this into 2 years out.
All right, so I have. Yeah. So Apple right now is 170.
Yeah.
It's going higher than that, right?
Yeah. So
it was 180.
It was 150s when we was 150s when we bought
it was 150
at 150.
Yeah.
So I said buy 160 call. So we are predicting that Apple is going to get to 160 before February. And Apple actually got close to 180. Actually, it got close to 180.
I think it hit 180.
It hit 180.
Yeah.
So I said, hey guys, take profit here. It might pull back. When it pull back, buy a longer one. Now you have more money to buy a better contract outside. So we spent $400 to buy Apple. Apple went to 2005 per contract. So I turned $400 to 2,500. So I have 2,100 profits. Now I can say, you know what? Apple's pull back. I want to buy 1 year out again, spend $500 on that contract. That alone is going to move again. Give me another $2,000. Guess what? I can sell that and just keep bringing that over and over.
It's rinse and repeat.
Yeah, Apple is a strong company. Apple is not going anywhere. They're close to 3 trillion market cap right now.
Once it gets to 181 and change, they're going to hit 3 trillion in market cap.
Yeah.
3 trillion.
So one thing to keep note of is, because there was something you said, you don't really know too much about metaverse, right? Yeah. And this is the great thing about stocks and options is that you might not necessarily know too much about NFTs, metaverse and things like that, but you can invest in companies that know about it.
Yep.
Right. So you don't have to actually buy NFTs, right?
Yep.
Because if maybe you think it's a little bit too risky, you don't want to put up 100, grand or so on an NFT, right? For some people, they're looking like, wait, what's the NFT?
My friend, he was like, he about to put in $250,000 in NFT.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a smart guy, so I'm like, man, good for you. In my head, I'm like, yo, you're an idiot.
So instead of doing stuff like that, you can literally just buy, stocks or, invest in specific options that do those types of things. So obviously you mentioned Meta, which is Facebook, right? Then you have a company called Roblox.
Yep.
Their ticker is RBLX. So they're a great company for metaverse as well. Right. So if you don't want to, look too deep into the whole situation, just invest in companies that do it. Pretty soon there should be, I think there is an ETF for
I think it's called
for metaverse. I can't remember.
Yeah. I think it's called Meta actually. Meta.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Meta. Yeah. META. That's the ticker for the metaverse ETF. So you can literally invest in the entire sector. right? So that from that standpoint, you wouldn't even have to do individual analysis and
if
research.
I know it's the future.
Exactly.
I invest in Meta and I just let it go.
Well, here's how we know it's the future, right? One of the biggest companies in the world just changed their name because of it,
it's
right?
not just Facebook alone. Even Square.
Square
Changed their name to Block. Blockchain, basically. They're telling you we're moving to this world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So companies are moving their directions towards the metaverse. So it's telling you something ahead of time.
Yeah.
Are you in? Did y'all invest in that ETF, the Meta?
I have the Meta
I have
ETF.
Facebook and SQ. So I'm getting those shares, individuals.
I mean, you can get Nvidia, you can get AMD.
Nvidia. I like buying
Roblox.
individual shares.
I love Roblox. I actually bought my son. I have an investment account for him, a brokerage account. He has a lot of Roblox shares right now. So, I mean, he just turned 2 today. Happy birthday, by the way. He just turned 2, my firstborn. So by the time he's 18, I mean, you can imagine, like I said, I told you before, Apple in 1992 was 50 cents a share.
Yeah.
That's 360 times over now, 30 years later, right? So imagine when, and that's one thing I would want, people to also do, invest in the next generation, right? Because, your children are going to really be thankful that you took the time and took the research that you have now, the information that you have to invest in them. Because, like I said, if my parents invested in Apple shares at that time, whatever they put in is 360 times over now, right? So, that's one thing to keep note of for sure.
Back then, Coca-Cola used to even be $2.84. Yeah, and back then Warren Buffett put 500,000 in that dollars. That like literally half of his net worth into Coca-Cola shares. That's really what made him rich. It's like $1,000 or so per share now. Even Facebook, they hired 10,000 engineers to go into the metaverse. 10,000 new engineers. Facebook. I'm very bullish on Facebook. Any dips on Facebook, I'm buying.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna get you $1,000. I think it's like 300 or something.
What's a good buy right now?
I'm waiting for Facebook to be sub 300. So if it gets to like 250, 240, that's kind of my trigger to start buying.
I don't have any Facebook. I don't think I have any Facebook.
Yeah, it's not.
Facebook is good
Facebook
too.
Ticker is what?
FB.
FB or META.
No, it's FB.
No, it's FB.
FB.
I don't think they're changing their ticker yet.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, FB is Meta Platform Inc.
Yeah.
So the company's coming
329 or 330.
Yep.
And you're saying if it goes down
to like 250, 260, I'm
is it gonna
snapping.
swing that far?
It might not, but anything below 300, I'll buy. But that's
look at PayPal and SQ. Nobody
thought PayPal was going to drop.
We didn't think it would go below.
They were at $310.
We didn't think it would go below 200.
Like 2 months ago. That's not like 10 years ago. Like within a year, like within this last year, PayPal was at $310. Right now, it's at $184 a share.
So hold on, do y'all buy? Anybody y'all use? What's it called? TD Ameritrade?
Yeah, so that's actually the platform that we recommend. So we actually have
some PayPal, bro.
So in our community, we actually have tutorials on how to use TD Ameritrade. That's actually one of the recommended brokerages that we use. Yeah,
so see, that wasn't planned, guys.
Yeah. So we actually
it was at
have
185 an hour ago. What is it now?
186. All right, yeah, give me some. How can here's the thing, I don't know if I funded it because I bought like something. I bought like Visa or something like that, and I don't even know how. Can you see if I have like money?
You
in
check
that?
positions here. You see it.
Yeah, I'll see where you're at.
You can buy him the contract.
Yeah, just buy me some. Yeah,
it's trying to be.
I don't know if I do options on it, but I at least buy the stock.
Yeah. You can buy the stock. Definitely.
Okay. All right. So this is one thing I want to know. Just you guys working together.
Yeah.
What do each one of you bring to the table?
That's a great question.
That the rest of your team doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, what is your special sauce that? Because obviously you guys have a great relationship, and partnerships aren't easy, but
yeah.
I guess we'll start with you, Oscar.
Yeah, sure. So I'm kind of a jack of all trades, I would say. But I would say for the most part, things regarding technology, because I have a tech background. I actually graduated from Howard University in 2014 with an information systems degree. I also have my MBA and things like that. But, so I'm more of the tech guy. So things like...
you have to authenticate.
Excuse me. Things like Instagram, ClickFunnels, right?
Hold on one second, because
you should have to enter your password.
He needs some money.
Just enter
like
your
an
password.
authentication one though, right?
Yeah, ask you to enter your password or something there.
Yeah, password.
Dang, I don't know my password. Okay, let me try
come
it.
on.
Hold on, okay. Bro, I just be. Hold on. Okay, I think I know my password. Hold on.
I feel you. I lose passwords too.
And there we go. We lit. Okay.
Yeah,
You got
sure.
a technology background.
Yeah, so I have a technology background. So I do all things with Instagram, ClickFunnels. I actually do our YouTube ads.
Oh, word. Okay.
And
What y'all spend on ads?
a lot of other things. So last month I think we spent upwards of maybe 10,000, 15,000 or so.
Good.
I think
well.
Yeah, definitely performed well. So yeah. But yeah, so basically, pretty much whatever needs to get done. You know what I mean? So I would say like I'm kind of like
This account is also not approved for options trading.
Okay, just give me some regular stock. Okay, look, do you advise getting regular stock?
Yeah, we definitely advise getting regular stock.
Yeah, I get some regular stock. You gonna thank me. Wow.
Yeah, definitely get the regular stock. So basically, just all things tech. We also I also help manage our sales team as well. As far as like, making sure that we have, the right people coming into our community, because that's very important to us.
Okay.
Just setting company culture and things like that. So, you can go ahead.
Deji, what do you bring to the table?
I bought you some shares.
Well, how much you get?
I got you 10. You can just buy as much as you want. Scale
10 shares?
10 shares. So that was about $2,000 of shares.
Let's get a little more.
I just feel like I'm rolling this out, man.
I hear you. I hear you.
10 or 20 more than
so let me actually say this as well. Here's another thing with buying stocks. If you have a account that's over 25,000, the brokerage will actually give you double that amount in buying power.
Yeah, that's why I think I bought some, but I was like, I don't know if I put the money in there or how that works.
So if you have 25,000, they will actually allow you to buy upwards of 50,000 in stocks.
Okay, that makes
not in options though, but in stocks as far as your buying power.
Because I can use my liquidity pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense. Okay, got you. Deji, what do you bring to the table, man?
So.
Well, other than the crystal ball.
I guess I bring the table. I bring the table, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm more of
20 shares.
Sweet. I'm out here. I feel really good about it. I feel really good.
Once it goes past 200, it's going to start going ballistic.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. All right. Did you get some? I want to say, Joe, go on.
Yeah, do that, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, so I'm more of the trader, and I'm the one that manages all the trades, the community itself.
Yeah.
Right, the operations in the community. Everyone that needs to trade and make some money every day.
So everybody's knowledgeable that you just dig a little more into it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
hold on.
Yeah.
Technical or fundamental trader.
I can do both.
And explain the both. So for my audience, because I know.
Okay.
And I'm a trader.
Yeah.
So a fundamental trader is someone that uses sources like news, basically, reports, opens the balance sheet up, look at all those things. They use the fundamentals around. They use the news, they use the markets, whatever is going on, around you to trade. So, for example, I told you about the metaverse, right? Mm-hmm. You didn't see me mention anything about the charts. All I said was, hey, Apple is going to release something, they have a car coming up, all this stuff. Those are fundamentals, right? When it comes to technical, I ain't talking about that. I'm looking at the chart itself. I'm telling you, if Apple comes to the 200-day moving average, buy Apple at this price. If I tell you on the bounce of the 9-day EMA, buy Apple at this price.
Strictly based on historical.
Yeah, data, the price action on the chart, what you're seeing in front of you, right? So a lot of people, it's easier to become a fundamental trader because, you can see things around you to tell. Yeah. For example, Roblox, you mentioned Roblox, right? Roblox, if you look around, if you have kids, you can see that all your kids watch is just the Roblox stuff on YouTube, right? That's telling you that what these kids are seeing right now is all Roblox. And I have some cousins that whenever I go visiting, it's all Roblox. I get deaf just watching Roblox all day. And that tells you that, whoa, if Roblox is this consuming, it's a big deal in the market. That's fundamental, right? If I go to the airport right now and I see a lot of people traveling, and I'm like, damn, so people are traveling this much? oh, guess what? Airline stocks might be doing good. That's fundamentals,
Gotcha.
right? But then if I tell you, oh, I'm looking at the chart right now, yo, if PayPal goes about 200, buy some options. It's telling you based off the technicals. It's look at the chart already. It's telling you what's going to happen on the chart. So support, resistances, demand, supply, all those things are the technicals. So for me, I'm a balance between both because you need both to really trade. Really, right? You can't be one side and then forget about the other side.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. So that's what I do.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Josh.
Yeah, I'm more the technical guy. I told you about that cash flow. So when you're doing day-to-day trading, like for cash flow, it's good to have a good understanding of technicals because then you can recognize trends. So I teach the community a lot of technical intraday trading, how to get in and out in minutes, hours, take your 10%, take your 25%. And then I help them frame it in a realistic real world sense. So for example, like I told you, hey, you made $1,000 today. So somebody else made $5,000. Did you have $1,000 last week? No, you didn't. You just made $1,000 in 10 minutes. How much you make at your job? $125 a day. I used to be an ER nurse. That was what I used to make a day. $125. I was like, listen, you have $1,000 in cash flow. Go and buy some assets. So that's my thing. I show them short-term cash flow, make your money, and then recycle it to something that's going to give you long-term cash flow, real estate, long-term stocks. Like you want to buy as many assets as possible. So you provide cash flow. And then guess what? Now you trade if you want to, you don't want to. It's just at that point leisure. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, this is awesome. And I want to I know we'll wrap up in a second, but from a partnership perspective, what are some of the challenges that you all have as partners?
We're always going at it because not only are we
two of them
partners, he's
every day.
My wife is his sister.
Okay, yeah. So Deja, give me what you see from your perspective.
So if Josh says let's go this direction, I don't know why it has to happen. He has to say the other direction.
Bro, he's an antagonist,
no matter what.
Bro, even if it's right, he has to say the other direction. It just has to happen. But then,
me and my best friend are like that.
I mean, but to be honest, it gives you the balance. Everyone is just looking at one direction. Like it's telling you go this direction. It's telling you, it's part of the direction. And then Wally, and Mike in the middle are like, you know what? Let's see what we want to do.
You tell everybody the truth.
And then we.
It's like, okay, you say A, I say C. Okay, B is where it's at.
And then some of the challenges are like the personalities themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone has different personalities. Like Wasi is someone that he wants it done right now.
Yeah,
then I'm someone I'm thinking like, you know what? Let's think about it first. Let's see what are the pros and the cons of doing stuff. And it's happens sometimes we go at it so fast. It's like, it's not working. But then sometimes we go out there and it's like, oh, this money, let's go.
Yeah.
And then, it's just a balance. But that's why we have team members where we all talk together, bring in, all those things to make sure that we all work well together. I mean, we've been together for like almost 2 years now. Yeah. And we're doing fine. And there's no points of quitting or anything. I mean, it's money. We're getting this money together.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, teams are always hard to work with. Yeah. But I think you become really, really successful if you figure it out. And you just understand that everybody's not perfect and everybody's not going to agree with me. Yeah. And my opinion doesn't make it right. My opinion just makes it my opinion. And I think once you have respect amongst each other.
And that's the key, respect. Yeah. I mean, you saw us talking before the podcast started. We were talking about metaverse. Like, we were going back and forth at it. He was talking about, SQ was like, no, PayPal's more where is that? Like, we have these conversations on a day in, day out basis that we come to a middle point where we're like, okay, this is how we best serve our community. This is how we put out the content that we discovered, where we tell people, okay, if you're somebody that's risk adverse completely, this is where you go. If you're somebody who's more aggressive, you're trying to scale faster, this is the lane you want to go in. If you're in between, you want to mix your risk profile, this is kind of where you stay. So having that profile, the differences help the community have a full picture of, okay, now I can make the right decision for me. Does that make sense?
For sure. All right, so tell us about the community that you guys have, because I think I need to be a part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, anytime.
So do you have is it a course or a program, or is it like is it a monthly community, or how does it work?
Okay, so we have the program itself. You get the course, and with the course, you get 1 year's access to the community. We trade with you guys live 3 days a week. So you're hearing that.
So I can press the buttons that y'all press.
Exactly. And a lot of people do that.
Say it like that, but
but a lot of people do that. When they're starting, they're still finding their legs. Like somebody texted me the other day, bro, thanks for that Amazon call out. I made a couple $100. I was like, bro, no problem. This is why we do it. And then you're not only watching the education, you're seeing it being actually actualized in real life. As humans, as some people, they like to see like what's actually happening and say, okay, what I saw in the course, he's actually doing it.
Right.
So you're going to have 1 year access of that as well as the course, the continuum, the program itself. So that's how the community works. We have about 1,000 active people right now, day-to-day trading, giving advice, giving news. Some people across the country. There's a lady in Ghana right now that taps in with us every morning. It's crazy.
So it's not. So you're away from the monthly model. It's not. You don't charge per month.
So there's a specific reason as to why we do that. We wanted to be able to serve our community the best way possible, and that's by having an ever learning environment. Right? When you have just a specific course, like that information is just structured just for that specific purpose, right? It doesn't update, right? What we're doing is we actually have essentially a mentorship for that year-long process where not only are we adapting or learning from the stock market, we're actually adapting to it. A lot of like metaverse was not a thing in 2020 as far as like being able to, like Facebook just changed their name, right? If you bought a course with that, with dated information, you wouldn't be able to take advantage of those specific types of things, right? So what we decided to do is say, hey, we're going to have an ever learning environment where our community is actually going to be learning in real time with us as we are learning as well, right? Because the market is continuing to change every single moment, literally, right? So that's why we had to leave like some of the other models that potentially, was kind of out there in the industry and things like that. We want people to have an understanding of like not only just the day-to-day trading, but just being in a community of people that have an expanded mindset on how they view wealth creation, right? Exactly. So one thing I love to say is like, and a lot of people may not, agree potentially, but I say pay for your circle. Right? Sure. If you need a new circle, you need to pay for it.
Absolutely.
You have to pay for it because why? Like David Chan's walking across the street. For you to be able to talk to him, you might have to have him sit down in the Starbucks and like, meet him. But the best way for you to talk to him potentially is to enroll in whatever he has and then, get an understanding of like how he thinks, right? Because then, the information that you have would then, elevate your ability to make more money, to elevate, just your standard of living and things like that. So, that's essentially what we try to communicate to our members. And, like he said, people literally were cash apping us. Like, hey, you guys made me so much money. It's so funny what money does to people when they make it, and especially how fast they make it. Because then it starts to, expand like who you are. If you're a giving person, right, and we just help you make $100,000, right? We're not going to ask you for a piece of that $100,000 for whatever reason, right? That's yours. That's yours. Yeah. But then the gratitude you show is very telling. Like to literally cash app somebody $10,000 because they helped you make $100,000. It's like a whole new vibe. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But so. Pretty much, we're ever learning environment, and when people join our community, they have the assurance that they're investing in themselves and their ability to do exceedingly more than they can do on their own, because there's a group of people that are backing our community, right, and us, and able to change and transform lives and things like that.
That's awesome. All right, so one, I want to know what is the investment, and two, can my friends get a discount? I gotta ask.
Oh my God.
I ask everybody.
Really?
Yeah, everybody.
Oh my God, David put us on the spot. Listen, David.
Is there a promo code or something?
There's no promo code. There's no discount. Matter of fact, the price is going up. I love you, David, but the price is going up.
I'm trying, bro.
But what we can do, though, we have a challenge coming up. We will get you guys links to that, and then I can get your promo code for that if you guys want that as well.
That should be on the link under.
Yeah, it will be the link underneath.
All right, so what's the investment? What is it?
For the program itself, right now it's $6,000, but January 1st, it's not that bad, right?
Ain't bad.
Yeah, January 1st.
I don't know why I don't know why I thought, I don't know where I got the number from, like 25,000.
Oh yeah, so that's our high level mastermind.
Okay, got
it. You put us on the hot seat right here.
What I'm saying. I didn't know where I got that number from. Okay, yeah, 6,000.
Yeah. So we have two programs. Okay, we have the Option Snipers Academy. So if you're a beginner, you're learning options trading. That's one version you can go to. That's a $6,000 program. Now we have a $25,000 program where you get that year-long access, but then you also get a mastermind with us. So what we actually do with our masterminders, you actually get a group text with us. So in a group text with us, where we're actually like sharing day-to-day things, not only options. Hey, I'm looking at property here. What what you guys trying to pull up, what you guys trying to do. Yeah, so it's a whole mentorship circle. So it's not just about, I'm teaching you options. The way I see it, I'm teaching you about life. I'm teaching you about how I do life.
Sure.
How did I go from an ER nurse to making $700,000 a year? How did I do that? I'm showing you guys the step-by-step how I do that. And this is the group text. And I can show you like people making money in the group text. That's a 25K program. And even the price of that is going up. Okay? So
all right.
Wherever you are, whatever, get in where you can fit in, guys.
Yeah, man. That is strong, man. One, I gotta say thank you. Two, I gotta do a quick ad. I got a quick advertisement. This episode is sponsored by The Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com, the only organization that gathers every single day. Let me just tell you all about it. So every day we have a group of people that get together and we learn entrepreneurship. Literally, like anywhere between 400 and 600 people join the call every morning, Monday through Friday. And I'm on that joint.
Yeah.
I'm on there every single day. One, because I really believe in community. And two, it keeps me sharp as an entrepreneur, as a coach. I just like it. We got a really dope community of people all across the country. So check it out, y'all. It's the $1 trial, themorningmeetup.com. Go there right now. While we still have a $1 trial. If you like it, it's $79 a month. If you don't, you can just leave. It's all good. Okay? I can see I'm a terrible salesperson. But thank y'all so much, man. I will definitely have like links below so that you can kind of click it.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely want you guys to kind of close this out with kind of how they can find you all personally, and then give us a word of wisdom. You know what I mean? Like put a bow on this whole thing.
Yeah.
So for me, you can find me on IG at Josh Cashflow. That's my name for obvious reasons. I like the cash and I like it flowing. My word of wisdom, a lot of people come to me, beginners. Hey, I don't really understand these options thing, but I'm buying stock. Whatever you're buying stock in, just buy options in it. That's the simplest and easiest way that you can do. If you're buying Apple stock, buy Apple contracts. If you're buying PayPal stock, buy PayPal contracts. That's the easiest way for you to tap in. And after you see the results and you want to get more, then tap into the community.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. My name is Deji. You can call me Uncle Zoom. On social media, it's called Uncle_Zoom.
Uncle Zoom? Where you get from?
So, long story, actually. I don't think we have time for that. So I'm just looking for a different day. But yeah, my word of wisdom is, wealth loves speed, right? Act now. You're watching this right now. You're thinking about it. Act now, because your future self is going to thank you for what you did right now to yourself. So wealth loves speed. Act fast and act now.
Absolutely.
So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, wasi.akin. That's WASI.AKIN. And I don't know, my word of wisdom is kind of just going along the lines of what I was talking about earlier, which is just pay for your circle. Pay for a new circle. You don't want to be in a situation where, the people around you potentially don't have the vision as far as, where you're trying to go. You need to get into a situation where the people around you can actually give you a wider range of ideas that allows you to be able to become even much more wealthy, right? You need to be able to have information work much more better than the information that you already have, right? People are not 100 times smarter than you. People are not 100 times faster than you, right? People aren't 100 times, whatever than you. Really the problem is that where you are right now potentially is in a situation where the information that you have is not working well enough for you to get to where you're trying to go. So what you need to do is you need to get access to better information that works 100 times better than the information you currently have, right? And that's what will allow you to unlock the financial freedom and be able to be, prosperous. So that's the word of wisdom I'll share with you guys.
To add to what you just said, do you know some people just buy Ferraris just to get into some circles?
What you mean?
Some people buy like luxury cars just to get into some circles.
That's real.
Yeah. Like they buy expensive cars.
Yeah, country clubs.
I know a friend who just bought like a G-Wagon just because he's trying to join like some country clubs. Because you can't get into that club with...
Yo, you know what? And this is crazy because Neo, he came up with he came here one time. It was just like all these Lamborghinis or whatever. And I'm like, dang, man, I want to hang out. He's like, you can't. You gotta buy a Lambo to hang out with my boy. He's like, this particular circle.
Yeah.
That's Lambo, yeah. That's it.
Can't just hang out with us.
Yeah.
Felt the way. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, it's not personal. It's just based on what he said. If you want to be in some circles, look around you. Does everyone have a Lambo around you? No? Okay. Start looking at the guys who are driving a Lambo and start seeing what can I do to get into this circle. And they will tell you straight up, you want to move with us, first off, is your mindset got to change.
Yeah.
Because whatever changes here, it changes on the outside.
Yes.
If nothing changes here, nothing changes on the outside. So make sure that you get this mindset right. And part of what we do on the course is, we teach you how to get the mindset right. Because sometimes we're like, oh, I sold too early. Oh, I didn't sell too fast. All those things. It's all in your mind. Why are you selling too early? Yeah. Why are you selling too late? That's because your mind is telling you, there's a loss somewhere that you've taken that you need to make that money fast. But then, you're not recognizing that. So based on what you said, it's a good point. That's one of the best points I've had today, Definitely.
Yeah. I love it. Man.
Absolutely.
Look, I got to say thank y'all, man, for coming through. Thank you.
Thanks for having us, man.
Putting me on PayPal. Get that bag. So y'all see me right up on me in the streets like, yo, y'all see where we bought it at.
Yeah.
So y'all know this is real stuff. So
absolutely.
But thank y'all so much. But look, man, go do yourself a favor. 1, go follow all of these brothers. 2, click the link below and actually get in the program. Like, let's get in the game.
Let's do it.
I spent probably $30,000 on college, a degree that I don't even have, which is crazy. And I got nothing for it. And some of you spent $100,000 and all you got was debt. But invest in yourself, okay? This is the year that you start investing in yourself. Yeah. Also, go get you some social proof, okay? Go build something. But what I need you to do is go build it, then come back to your community and teach the people in your community how you built what you built. Yes. All right? We are out of here. Peace. All right, look, I know you're enjoying the episode, but I got to tell you, finally, you asked for it, and we created a Patreon, okay? We created an inner circle. We have amazing stories, amazing information, how-tos from the episodes. The only thing we're missing is a community. So it's about that time. We put together a Patreon, we put together a community because we have to have conversation around the information. So even this podcast we're listening to right now, there needs to be conversation. I want to hear what you got. Like, let's throw some stuff back and forth. And because we're like-minded, we're all going in the same direction. When we connect in a community, we can connect on other stuff outside the community because we're building real relationships. Okay, so check out the Patreon. We got 3 tiers. I don't care what tier you join. The support is appreciated. Okay, thank you so much. Now back to the episode.